Welcome to my channel. I'm participating in the Victoria Marie Designs YouTube Masterclass channel hop. Students in this master course are participating in this channel hop to showcase the skills we have learned in this class and to jumpstart our creative YouTube channels. Thanks so much for joining me. After this video, be sure to check out my fellow masterclass students. Their YouTube channels are listed in the description box below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channels. We really appreciate your support. Okay, let's get started. This is a sketch by Laura Whitaker and was posted in the Winter 2019 Inspiration Challenge on Mercy Tiara's 27-Day Scrappy Challenge. I have a single photo here, and I'm pulling an old kit from Gossamer Blue. It's from September of 2013. There's a sheet of stickers, some papers with cut-aparts, more pattern papers. This black one I'll use as a photo mat, the wood grain that's navy blue, this heart pattern and the floral pattern which matches one of the cut apart cards on a smaller scale, this blue grid paper. I love the back but I won't get an opportunity to use it, and then this navy blue will be used as my base. The embellishments in the kit include some buttons which work with the sketch, some enamel dots, and some letter stickers. I've also pulled some additional supplies from my stash to add in here, possibly some other letter stickers to use, but we'll see how that goes. More enamel dots and embellishments and probably a black pen. So let's get started. I forgot to start my camera. I apologize before I started layering. So here I am putting my background paper together, and my photo has a couple layers already. So right now I'm just going to try to build some layers and see how things start coming together. I'm typically a very slow scrapper, so this is sped up quite a bit and has been edited for clarity, but here I am just putting together a bunch of different layers, trying to decide how exactly I want this. The original sketch just has a large circle. I'm adding a bunch of larger layers instead of smaller layers behind my photo. So I am changing it up just a little bit. So I'm kind of happy with how that's looking, so I glue everything together and now I have my cluster, but it's not attached. Do I want it on the main page? Do I want it hanging down just that little bit? I'm not really sure yet. So a trick I have for letters is that I will use wax paper to align my letters so that I can get them on my page exactly how I want them. So I pulled the letters and I know what I want my title to be, but I don't have enough P's. Not a really common issue with letters, but thank goodness I had a second pack. So my title is going to be Puppy Love, and I need 3 P's. So both packs will help me out here. So I am starting to put my title on the wax paper, and I'm going to fast forward a little bit here because this is not a very interesting part of the layout to watch me assemble. So here we have the title. I know it's going to live in that top corner, and I'm not really sure what's going behind it yet, but I do have this sticker sheet that I'm eyeing over to the side, but I also have these gold letters, and I want to put the dogs' names on the layout, and I figure these small tile letters will be perfect for that. It also picks up on that shiny metallic gold that is there in that doily, so it kind of reflects with that. So now I'm not sure where those letters are going to live. Will they fit here? Not really. So I will just continue to think on that for a few minutes. I'll go ahead and put my letter stickers aside, knowing that that title's living up there. And I saw this large floral sticker. It's a bit finicky to get off the sheet here, but I figured it might be a great backdrop behind my title and give some weight to that top corner. And it looks like it's going to work out for me. So I'm going to put the sticker also on wax paper so I can move it around and make sure I get it in the right spot that I want it, so I can continue to think about it. So that's going to live in that top corner eventually. And I use wax paper for a lot of my stickers so that I can figure out placement. I figured this sticker, this arrow sticker, will work really well there. It's just giving me a little bit of difficulty with how the layers are. And then I'm a bit concerned with the little gap of that navy blue between that ribbon and the arrow. So I have that in mind that I want to fill that in somehow. That trapped space is bothering me. So I'm still thinking on it as I work on other aspects of my page. So my gold letter stickers are going to live down here in the corner under my photo. So just trying to figure out that exact placement, looking for some more stickers that may fit on the page. The original sketch has a banner tail that sticks out on that one side, and these are actually quill pens. One of the pens says remember or memory, written, something like that, but it's not something I would typically use. But they also look like the ends of an arrow and have that notched banner end, so it worked well for me to hide those words behind my photo and tuck those in right there. I found this sticker, which is a floral sticker, and I know I want it on the page somewhere. I just don't have a spot for it yet. So this yellow heart is reflected in the paper as well, and I will tuck that up behind the word love. And then I pulled out these pink flowers and I thought, oh, I'm going to use these. And then I thought, there's no pink on the page. And then I realized that right behind puppy love is this huge pink flower. So this pink flower will find a home on the page. Still trying to find that spot for the other small flower cluster. And perfect. It's going to cover up that awkward little spot under that banner. So I pulled the sketch down so that I could refer to it again. I had it hanging on my wall. So now I am looking at the buttons. I'm not a big button user, so this kind of pushed me to use some buttons, but there's these beautiful aqua buttons in there that are going to pull in a bit of shine. One of the buttons is kind of a pearl finish. So, and I have 3 different aqua buttons that I'm going to sprinkle around the page. Not really sure where that button is going to go in the puppy love cluster, in my title cluster, but I know it's going there somewhere. I pulled the enamel dots. We'll pull some more of the navy and the pink in. Add a bit more pink to the page. And just trying to see if there's any other stickers that I want to put on the page, and I don't think so. So now I've decided that I need to commit to where I want this cluster to live. So while I'm thinking about that, I'm going to put some pop dots on the back of this arrow, and these pop dots were the biggest pain in the rear end. The backer did not want to come off. I fought with them for over a minute, so I cut that out for you so you don't have to see me struggle so hard to get those backers off. I'm not really sure what the issue was. So finally I get the back off, and we're going to tuck that right there, and then tuck the flower cluster in to cover that awkward blue spot. And perfect. That's exactly what it needs. So again, now I need to commit to where I am going to put this entire cluster, and I have toyed with having it completely on the lighter blue or having it hang over onto the navy, and I think we're just going to have it hang over onto the navy, and then we'll have the flowers kind of hang over onto the navy as well so that we get some consistency. But I have exactly where I want it to be. My background paper has a grid, helps me line everything up. And then I just press it into place so that it is mounted. So now I'm going to go ahead and start putting my title cluster together. So I'm going to have the flower cluster and the heart hang off a little bit and trim it down. So I put the flower cluster first, double check that title for exactly where I want the heart to be, and that looks good, so we'll stick that down. And then the title. What I love about having my title on wax paper is not only can I line it up and move it around, but I can roll that wax paper back a little bit so my letters stick out, and then I can press the top edge of the letters in place. I'm standing up here to make sure my placement is right. So I press those in place, and then I can peel that wax paper off very carefully, and my letters stay perfectly aligned. So there I am rolling it down for the second word there. And I will press the top edge in place, and then you'll see me pull that wax paper back off. And perfect, quick and easy. Now, looking for a spot for that button, just really, I struggled with exactly where I wanted it to live. Ultimately, I end up putting it between the P and the L in that little gap in the leaves, but right now I'm just waiting. So I have my gold letters that I am going to go ahead and put down here. And get those into place. Okay, a little bit finicky with that ampersand right there, not wanting to go into place, but I'm going to teach it a lesson and it's going to stay put. So now to add my enamel dots, I'm going to add the pink and the navy in on here. So a couple in this bottom cluster, a couple over by that ribbon and the other button. And then we're going to find a spot for that final button. So I commit to sticking it down right there, and then I grab this navy enamel dot and put it in place, and it came a little bit too close to that button and it stuck immediately. It would not move. So I put the pink one down and I'm like, no, the button's too close. So I peel it up, move it over just a little bit, and it stuck to the paper a little bit, but you can't tell once I stick the button back down. So now I'm going to see if I think anything else needs to be on there and go ahead and trim off that edge, I think. Yep. So I trim those stickers down. And I think we're done. So I glance one more time at the sketch, see if there's anything else I want to add. Oh, I'm going to add the date real quick, an approximate date for when the photo was taken. This is a photo from my childhood. And yeah, so I have my title cluster, I have my banner tail there, my tag and button. So I'm pretty happy with it. So here's a few detail shots, and then you will also see some still photos. And thanks so much for watching along with me. Have a great day. Thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to check out my fellow masterclass friends. Their channel links are posted in the description box below. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at Susan Scraps. Those links are posted in the description box as well. Lastly, be sure to subscribe to this channel. When you do, click the bell. That way you will be notified when a new video is posted to my channel.